Big head on the beat.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J9 Garage. Today's gonna be kind of a short video. I don't have a whole lot to do today, but it is some pretty long tasks. But there's not a lot to film to it. Pretty much today. I know my diff fluid is a little low in the rear end, so I'm definitely gonna be filling that up. Went by O'Reilly's today, got some 75 140 and some limited slip fluid, and I also got all 16 spark plugs for these trucks. All the Hemis take 16 spark plugs, unfortunately for us. The good motors make good power, but God, it's a little on the expensive side as far as spark plugs go. And I'm also gonna check the air pressure in these tires, and I'm gonna check all the lug nuts one more time. Reason I don't just randomly check my rear diff fluid. I just so happened to check it, or I just so happened to be with the windows down the other day, and I heard some popping towards the rear of the truck, and I checked the fluid, and it's a little on the low side. It's not terribly bad. Pretty much it's hard to burn up a rear end unless you run it completely out of diff fluid, or little to no diff fluid, I should say. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm just going to be topping off the rear diff fluid, checking air pressures, and also making sure all the lug nuts are tight. And then if everything goes well and kind of smooth and I get done at a decent time, I definitely need to go give it a bath. That's for sure. So it's definitely going to be getting a bath today, along with a very good wheel cleaning. We had some rain come in the other day, and these aluminum wheels, just about everything, it just doesn't necessarily just really stick, but it doesn't come off too easy. So, but I got some Meguiar's aluminum wheel cleaner. Now, it's definitely not going to do as good as any kind of a polishing would do, but if you have an aluminum wheel, I would suggest getting them polished about once a month if you want to keep them kind of clean and stuff. And then also, if you have a rainy day or something like that, it's going to splash dirt up on the wheels, and then the water's also going to sit in there and make water spots. So you definitely want to clean them as soon as you can without trying to clean them in the rain. So let's get started on that, and I will update you guys as I go along. Alright, you guys, so back at the house, I just got done test driving it after adding the gear oil and the LSD additive, and no more popping. That cured the problem. That's what I initially thought that was the problem anyways. So that's finished. The only bad thing is I did not change the spark plugs before I did this, and these trucks have aluminum heads on them, or at least this year model 5.7 does, and I don't want to try and change the spark plugs. I mean, definitely you don't want to try and change spark plugs on any motor that's really hot, but especially with this being an aluminum head motor, I definitely don't want to mess around and crack the head by trying to force a spark plug out of there. And not only that, but these threads will be very easy to strip out with it being aluminum. So I'm just going to take the time to let it cool off in about an hour or so. Since it's a pretty shady day, it's actually a cloudy day, excuse me. Since it's a really cloudy day, it's a good day to wash your vehicle. So it's probably what I'm fixing to do. I'm probably fixing to run the pressure washer around it for a little bit. After I let it do some good cooling with the hood up, that's why I have the hood up, is to let it cool, which I'm sure you guys were able to guess that. But definitely have to put a brush on it this time, which, I mean, this truck's no stranger to brushes. I'm trying to get out of that habit though, because hopefully sometime in the next year or so, I'm going to be trying to get the truck repainted. I'm probably going back factory OEM colors, as of right now, that's what I have decided. I'll let you guys know if I have any updates on that, but I definitely have some bugs, as you can see, kind of plastered on the front, and there's a few more on the grill. So I'm probably definitely gonna have to put a brush to the front, and then the rest of it is just like dirt spots that have collected from it just kind of sitting. And these wheels really need the cleaning. See if I can get in here and show you guys. Oh yeah, you can see it easy. And so this is not really from me not cleaning them. This comes from rain. This is just all aluminum wheels in general, and all 4 of them look this way. And so this video, I'm also gonna be doing a little review on this here. Look at all these spark plugs. Meguiar's aluminum wheel cleaner. I've heard some people using them on their forged wheels, and it does an excellent job. Now I already said this once, you're definitely not going to get the shine out of this wash as you would polishing your wheels. But if you're just got them, nice and polished and detailed, another bad thing about NTs, guys, they pick up everything. And if they're out here, first place they're going, to the paint. And I'm definitely getting that texture. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the wheels. If you just got these things polished and cleaned up a few days before, you have like a truck meet or something like that, and you get there and there's a little brake dust collected or something like that, that stuff works just fine to kind of go ahead and knock that out. And so I'm definitely going to be doing a review on that, but as of right now, I'm going to let the truck cool, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, so it's been a few days, I think around 3 or 4. I think since the beginning of this video, that is. I think I started this video Saturday night, and it's Wednesday afternoon at the moment. Beautiful weather out here. And I don't have anything to do today besides a night class at school, so got my tools laid out. I left it in the yard because I didn't want to crank it up and risk it getting hot and me not getting this done again, because I ran out of time on letting it cool off. So hopefully it's sat here long enough now, it's cool. So I'm fixing to get started on this side first. This side seems like the hard side because I've got to fight the brake booster and whatnot. This side should be fairly easy. I mean, obviously the back ones are going to be hard on every side, but I'm going to go ahead and start trying to get it all pulled off here. And then I'm going to let you guys know what's up whenever I get on back into the tighter spots. Okay, so got the first 2 off. For anybody watching this video for like a how-to kind of thing, first off, if you don't have a cold air intake, you're going to have to take your whole resonator box and breather box off. That's pretty easy. I think there's, you don't even have to take your actual air filter box off. You just have to take this off, so you'll just disconnect the clamp from the air filter box to the resonator and take that piping out. And then I think it's 3 or 4 10mm bolts holding the resonator box there. And then once you get done with that, then it's real easy to get to everything. I've already got a coil pack and a plug pulled off, and I'm only doing 2 at a time, so that way I can keep up with what goes where. And it's just 2 10mm bolts on every single coil pack, and there's 16 spark plugs. So this should be fun, and I'm also gonna it's gonna help me figure out which cylinder's burning oil. Apparently all Hemis this year model burn a little bit of oil. Everyone I've talked to that has this style truck with this motor, it burns a little bit of oil somewhere. It's not enough to be a real bad thing, not on my truck anyways. But it's definitely noticeable, and this will kind of help me figure out which one's doing it in case I ever run into some further problems. But as you can see, the spark plugs, well, let me see if I can get you guys. If you can see that, I don't know if you can or not, but the spark plugs are on down in there, so you're definitely going to need some extensions. I've got 2 here to choose from. So I'm fixing to get these out and see what they look like, and then slide the 2 new ones in. Alright, so as you can see, I just pulled out the old spark plug. See if I can get the camera to focus here. And as you can see, these older spark plugs definitely have a lot more gap to them. I'm gonna check the gapping, but I think it should be fine. but for the most part, you can really tell the end of part of the sparker is really beat down on the used spark plug compared to the new. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this new one in there, and then get the second one out and throw the second one in. And so making progress for sure, and I think this is definitely gonna be worth it. Mainly doing this because I hope it helps on gas mileage just a little bit. I mean, I'm definitely not expecting to get 6 more miles to the gallon out of this or anything, but I do hope it improves with this. Definitely hope it just makes the truck run cleaner as a whole. So, fixing to go ahead and get this thrown in, and we're gonna see the difference it makes. All right, you guys. So, just got done with that side over there. Really hoping that was just the troublesome side, and that this side's just gonna be smooth as butter, because that side over there, it took me about an hour or so to do. It's not really hard work. It's hard. It just takes a whole lot of time getting the right tools on there, because it's just such a tight space in between the brake booster and the head or the valve cover. But hopefully I don't have this problem or that problem over here. But that side's done. Pile of old spark plugs right there. It's just gonna get even bigger. Let's go ahead and see if I can knock this side out before I have school this afternoon. And hopefully, like I said, this side goes a whole lot better, because the last side was pretty rough. Alright, you guys, so it has been a good while since the beginning half of this video. At the beginning of this video, I was telling you guys that I was going to do spark plugs in this truck and everything, which I did. And then right after I got the spark plugs done, I took a trip about 2 hours or so up the road to Birmingham, Alabama for a concert, and I ran into a big problem on Reba. So this wheel here, and you'll have to excuse them because they're a little dirty. I just got this thing out of the shop the other day. This wheel here, there's no way for me to actually show you with it on, but I'm not taking it off as of right now. I can show you guys later maybe. This wheel, I had some defective lug nuts on. I don't know if they just weren't casted properly or what happened, but one of them ended up splitting directly down the middle. And I know that doesn't sound like too big of a deal, but once they split, it gave it enough play to back off, which gave 2 more lug nuts enough play for the lug nuts to back off. So 2 were tight and 3 were not, and that allowed my wheel to shift back and forth, and it essentially wallered out the stud holes in this one wheel. But I've recently gotten it fixed. It didn't take as long as I thought, and I thought I was going to have to order a whole new wheel. That's why J&O Garage has kind of been off the map for a little while. But I ended up getting steel inserts pressed in, which is actually a pretty cool thing. I'm actually thinking about getting the other 3 wheels done that way, because these steel inserts, they aren't going to get wallered out that way. Now, granted, you should just get your lug nuts tight in the first place, but you know, if you're like me and you know, you put these on and one of them cracks and messes up, you know, is defective from the factory, then you run into this problem. And the company, I'm not going to say their name, but the company that provided me the lug nuts, they came free with the wheels, and they did pay for my steel inserts on my wheel. But that's all fixed now. One more problem that I'm having now is my tailgate bar, which you guys kind of fell in love with. It does have a lot of views right now. And like I said, the truck is dirty, but you'll just have to excuse it for now. I haven't had time to wash it. But the tailgate bar, about only a third of it is working in reverse. All the other options on the tailgate bar work. So I'm thinking about just clipping that reverse light wire, because it's a completely separate wire, and not running my reverse side of that tailgate bar for a little while until I can get a new one. There's not going to be a whole lot of parts and stuff done towards the truck or any other build right now, strictly because holiday season's coming up, and so I really need to kind of pinch my money here so that way I can afford stuff for Christmas. But I am going to get this thing washed up and get it nicely detailed, so that way I can show you guys what this thing looks like, because I recently got something pretty cool that I'm ready to try out, and I'm going to go grab that real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so you guys already know what this is. Your basic pressure washer attachment for a foam cannon, and I do have this pressure washer here, Craftsman brand, with a good Briggs & Stratton 7 horse on it. Puts out plenty of pressure, and I think it's going to work well with this. I do not have the end attached to it right now. It's actually in my room, but this coming up Saturday afternoon, planning on washing up the trucks. Hint, hint. We got a little introduction for a new vehicle coming up, and then I'm also going to be showing you guys a new vehicle that I have here. I'm probably actually going to film some of it today. I don't know, it's according to how limited I am on time, but I do have a two new vehicles coming up on the channel now, two new builds, because I'm kind of pretty much done with the truck build. It was a long process, took almost 3 years to finally get it where I want it, and I'm pretty much there. The only things really left is small things, and then you have some big things that I need to do, but I'm not too interested in getting that done right now, strictly because I'm only 19, I'm working a part-time job at a car wash, so I don't really have the funds to push towards some of that. But this build has definitely come close to its end, but I am going to be trying out this new Amazon foam cannon by Matt CC. They call it a snow foam lance. This Saturday afternoon, and that's also going to be another video introducing another new vehicle. And so that pretty much wraps it up. Sorry that we kind of fell off the map for a little bit there. Like I said, ran into problems with this one wheel, but we're back. Everything's back where it needs to. The fuels are back on. They're looking awesome, especially paired up with these wheel lights, and we're back ready to start hitting up some truck meets and things such as that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like, subscribe, tell us what you'd like to see on the channel, and always have a good one.